What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, Trey, let's get into some NBA player props for Tuesday, April 4th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed these videos, be sure to drop a like down below and hit that subscribe button. You can also become a member for just $4.99 a month over at BearsProfitPlays.com. You can sign up today and get our best plays and props nightly, so go check that out. Trey, let's take a look at the Honeypot. You guys are trying to pick 5 straight correct picks on player props nightly for a chance to win $25 and a 1-year membership to our website. We are on day number 4, Trey. No NBA yesterday, so a play will be up for you guys tomorrow for day number 4 because on day number 3, you guys had Mitchell Robinson over 7.5 points, and he did cash. He had 8. So go vote on day number 4 in the community tab on our YouTube page tomorrow morning. All right, Trey, let's take a look at our picks from Sunday night. Start us off.
I don't even want to show the leaderboard because it might be back to the fading trade times because I gave out another 2 picks that didn't even get close to hitting. I gave out James Harden over 37.5 PRAs versus the Bucks and Steph Curry over 28.5 points versus the Nuggets. Like I said, neither one of them hit for me, and it was quite depressing. Harden only finished with 19 PRAs, 19 below what we needed, and Steph finished with 21 points, but he was trying at least. 8 for 28 shooting, 2 for 14 from behind the arc. So he just needed a handful or even a couple of those threes to go in, and he would have gotten a lot closer for us to hit. It hurt my soul. It hurt my wallet until today.
Yeah, I had Fred VanVleet under 20.5 points against the Hornets as my first play. He gave us a little bit of a scare, having 13 in the first quarter, and then finished the game with 20 total points. But despite his poor shooting, I would say poor shooting, he went 7 of 17 from the field. But he did have a 20-20 game with points and assists. That is very hard to do. So shout out to him. What a game by him. The bet did cash, though, for under 20.5 points. And then the other play was Nicholas Claxton over 13.5 points. He cashed for us as well in the fourth quarter, scoring 14 points in that game. But let's take a look at our plays for tonight. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and whenever I can't hit with an over, I'm just going to go right back to what I'm good at in the unders. Whenever I was in my slump earlier, I turned everything around with my unders, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm going Brook Lopez under 17.5 points versus the Celtics. This is my favorite bet of the night. And Lopez has been great over his last 5 games. He's averaging 17.4 points per game. But I do think he's going to come back to reality here against the Celtics. And the reason for that is because that is what he's done against the Celtics his entire career. He has played the Celtics 25 times with the Bucks, dating all the way back till 2018. And he has hit this number 0 times. Yes, you heard me right. 0 for 25. He's averaging 8.6 points per game with just 26.5 minutes played against the Celtics whenever he's with Milwaukee. And if you're like, all right, Trey, I mean, those are a lot of games. Back in 2018, he's playing more minutes now. He's a lot more involved. Well, over his last 5 games, he's only averaging 9.3 points per game with 25 minutes played. He's actually playing less minutes over his last 5 games versus the Celtics than in his career with Milwaukee. So I think the Celtics will continue to shut him down in this game and do what they do best and cover the corner 3 and make sure Brook Lopez will not get to 18 points. This is my 5-star play, sure bet of the night. Lock in Brook Lopez to not score 18 points versus the Celtics.
Yeah, Trey, we're going to keep the under train rolling. For my first play and best play of the night, I'm going back with Fred VanVleet under 21.5 points against the Hornets. Listen, guys, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? That's my philosophy for this pick. You guys know the stats and how Fred VanVleet has played against the Hornets in his career. VanVleet has never scored over 20 points in his entire career against the Charlotte Hornets. That's 16 games against the Hornets. He has never scored more than 20 points. He is still struggling from the field. He is shooting under 50% in 3 straight games. And we saw it last game against the Hornets. I said he's perfectly fine being the assist guy, and he went out and dropped 20 dimes in his last game. He shouldn't see a full rotation in this game either. They should dominate the Hornets. The only reason he was out there late in the 4th last game was because he had 19 assists, and the Toronto Raptors are a very nice organization, and they let him get 20th before they took him out of the game. So let's run this play back tonight with Fred VanVleet under 21.5 points. Trey?
All right, this is what you guys came here for, and over. And mine's going to be Karl-Anthony Towns over 21.5 points versus the Brooklyn Nets. We've seen Cat start knocking off the rust slowly but surely while he's playing more games. He's averaging 18.4 points per game over his last 5, and he's averaging 30.5 minutes played in those 5 games too. So he's playing a ton of minutes still, and he's hit 3 out of those 5 games as well. And he's getting a pretty good matchup here versus the Nets. Yes, the Nets are pretty brutal if you're a wing trying to get points, but if you're a stretch big, you can take advantage of the matchup. The Nets will probably throw Dorian Finney-Smith or Cam Johnson on him, and I love that matchup regardless because Nick Claxton is going to have to be down on Rudy Gobert. And the Nets squad give up a ton of offensive rebounds too. They actually give up the third most in the NBA with a staggering 11.5 offensive rebounds per game. So that should work out very nicely in Cat's favor, whether or not it's him getting the offensive rebound or someone else and them kicking it out to Cat for the open three. And Cat has dominated the Nets historically too. Over his last 5 games against them, he's averaging 27.2 points per game on 35 minutes played. So he's only averaging 5-ish minutes more historically versus the Nets than what he's done over his last 5 games. But I do expect the Wolves to slowly start ramping up his minutes, and I think that we should start taking advantage of his points while it's still this low. I do expect Cat to get pretty close to the 25 to 28 point mark in this game. So give me Cat to go over 21.5 points versus the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets too small to guard Cat. I like that play, Trey. For my second play tonight, I'm going with Jaren Jackson Jr. under 19.5 points against the Trailblazers. Someone might want to clip this moment. This might be the first time ever I've given out 2 straight under plays, but I only like this pick because of how Jaren Jackson Jr. has played against Portland in his career. But I also like it because the Memphis Grizzlies are favored by 19 points in this game. The odds of him playing the full rotation are very low, as the Memphis Grizzlies should dominate the Trailblazers bench tomorrow night. But let's look at his recent games versus Portland. Jaren Jackson Jr. in his last 5 games against the Portland Trailblazers since 2021 has scored in order 7, 9, 11, 7, and 18 points. He has only scored over 19 points twice in his career against Portland, in which he has played 11 games against. Now, we also have to remember that this isn't a typical Portland Trailblazers lineup, but I have thought of that and put it into account that he will probably get his numbers tonight early. But since he probably won't play the fourth quarter or maybe even the back end of the third, I still like the play of under in this matchup. And I like the play on the unders for a lot of the Memphis Grizzlies tonight if you guys are looking at other props for them as well. But my play here on YouTube will be Jaren Jackson Jr. under 19.5 points. All right, guys, that'll do it for our NBA player props for Tuesday, April 4th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our locks of the week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.